We now returned from our trip. It was an absolutely great trip.
Fantastic.
What a blast I had. It was so great, wasn't it?
Yeah, highly recommended.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, true fun. It was really, really great fun.
And it was remarkably good value for around about £57 per person.
Yeah.
And that's all inclusive. So you get your drinks, you get your snacks, you get your collection to and from the hotel on the coach. I mean, this morning we got picked up from our hotel directly outside reception around about 9 o'clock. They were a few minutes late, but that was not too bad. Yeah, and then we got took to the destination.
The destination is in the northwest of the island, in a town called Palmeira. So they drove us from our hotel directly to Palmeira. It's a very quaint fishing village. When you get there, you see all the fishermen cutting the fish, ready to sell. It was really, really, really cute.
Also in that area, there was quite a lot of feral dogs. I mean, they were friendly enough, and you were stroking them, and a lot of other people were. So
They're not feral.
Well, they're wild dogs.
They were pups.
Well, yeah, puppies, but wild dogs.
They were wild dogs.
But then nothing to worry about. You went up and petted them, and lots of other people did too. So yeah, when we got there, we obviously got off the coach, had a little wander down to the harbour area, where we all handed out life jackets. And I was given a special one, being a larger guy. I had a big life jacket.
I didn't get the special jacket though.
The VIPs.
Yeah, VIPs only, I guess.
So yeah, that was it really. So we had to put the jackets on over our head and ready to go on the boat.
Yeah, of course, because I'm so clever. What happened is I tried to put it on with my hat on. So it was like, and then I took it off and I tried again, and I had my glasses on still. So it was getting caught on the glasses. So make sure you take your hats and your glasses off when you try to put life jackets on. Just a bit of advice. When you arrive at the harbour, you don't go straight into the catamaran. The catamaran is just off the shore. So you have to go into a smaller boat, and then they take us all the way down to the catamaran. So
which isn't a long way. It's about a 5-minute transfer time.
It's only like 5 minutes. Yeah. And you can see the catamaran from the harbour anyway. But you were a bit scared of getting in the boat.
Yeah, from past experience, when I've been on a boat trip, it's been one of these little sort of dingy little dinghies, like a little rowing boat essentially, and I have trouble getting on and off it. But this was absolutely fine, no problems with it. There was, on the catamaran itself, there was proper steps to get on and off. They had a big set of sort of ladder steps which lowered down into the water, so that was fine. Though one thing to note, they make you take your shoes off getting off the smaller boat onto the catamaran. You need to do that. It's supposed to keep it clean and tidy more than anything. The boat itself, the catamaran, is sort of quite large, lots of room for everybody to spread out. They've got sort of seating booths with cushions and tables, so that was good. And then coming on board, you get a welcome drink as well.
Well, at the front of the catamaran, there's like a seating area with just some pillows, so large pillows.
Some sort of
you can
net.
actually be in there. And it's sitting on a net. So if you are sitting in that area, be ready to get some water splashed onto you because you're right at the front of the
splash zone.
And the seas in Cape Verde are quite rough and up and down, so just get ready to get a bit wet.
After we had our welcome drink, we set sail. How long do you reckon it took to get to the destination?
I don't know, half an hour?
Yeah, about. So,
maybe a bit longer. But I was having a good time, so I didn't feel time pass. So they take us to a little alcove just off the shore of the Island of Sal. Very rocky, dramatic setting. And that there's this beautiful, like, dark emerald green water. It's quite remarkable. And you were a bit scared about getting on and off the boat for a swim. But actually it was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. No problem getting in or out of the boat.
They have 2 stairs at the back of the boat and then 1 set of stairs that lowers down into the water at the front of the boat. It was quite easy to get on and off, but the seas are quite pulling, aren't they?
There's quite a strong current, so you do need to be a fairly strong, confident swimmer and stay fairly close to the boat, I'd recommend.
Well, if you don't want to go in the sea, you have the option of doing some fishing at the back of the boat. So they have the setting for that. And they also provide us with towels. So you don't have to bring your own towels, which was great because then we didn't have to pack too much.
And they also did have snorkels, though we didn't use them. We took our own goggles, but we didn't see anything anyway. The water was sort of dark in the area we stopped. So.
Yeah. I mean, I love snorkeling. I didn't see anything worth watching.
You were the biggest whale I saw.
Bitch! You were a bit scared of getting a shark around you, weren't you?
Yeah, there's none.
There were no sharks on this occasion. Maybe next time.
So after we had our swim, we both got back on the boat, did lots of photos and videos, as you can see, and we went for a snack, which is provided.
So what kind of snacks do they have?
It was actually quite surprising and for what they provide. We had sort of a self-service buffet type selection, which included pots of olives and cheeses, some fresh fruit, which was really tasty. and they had little pizza squares, a selection of sandwiches.
Yeah, they had some crisps as well.
Yeah, crisps as well, and drinks.
I must say that when I booked the trip, I thought because one of the reviews said there's not much of a buffet, so you just be ready not to eat much, and I actually kind of ate a lot.
Yeah, when they said it was a snack, they made an effort to say it wasn't lunch or anything, but it was. It was.
Yeah, it was
lunch.
It was really generous. So yeah, that was a good surprise as well.
I was pleased with that.
Besides all the drinking that we had, which was really nice. We stopped for around an hour, just in the alcove, and chill, relax, swim, fishing, and then we made our way back. And then the way back was such a blast because the crew kind of gathered together in the center of the boat and they started dancing and inviting people in. So it was hard to resist. Yeah. And everyone kind of.
He was straight up on the dance floor, weren't you? You were having a
it wasn't hard to resist for me, was it? Yeah.
Even the crew were dancing. Oh, we forgot to mention as well. You got a chance to sail in the boat, like winding down the sails.
Oh yeah. When we stopped the boat, I was at the front doing some videos, and the guy was like, "Oh, do you wanna have a go?" And I was like, and I was like, "Go on." So I did sail the boat a little bit. Actually, I wasn't sailing the boat. It was lowering the sail.
Yeah.
Yes.
So can you call yourself a sailor now?
Maybe that's my career. I've been missing my career all these years.
We had a nice boogie and a dance all the way back. Lots of singing, and we sat on those nets at the front of the boat, bobbing up and down, getting wet, which was really fun. Enjoyed that, didn't you?
It was just so much fun. I mean, it was all in all just great.
But I know we're back now, but it was a truly amazing trip in a day. But I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I'm really tired.
It's the sun that does it as well. It's perfect weather, perfect place.
Just a note, so if you're going to book this trip online, just make sure that there's some vouchers in the app that you're booking it on, because we got a bit of a discount when we booked ours.
Yeah, there was a reference code on the TUI app that we used to do that. Oh, I'm going to give a shout out to all the crew and the staff on board. They were fantastic. Can't fault them. Tip them because they really deserve it.
They were so amazing.
Fantastic.
They were tireless. They were fun, always a smile. It was just such a good vibe, wasn't it?
To shout out the company who actually does the trip, and what was it called again?
It's called No Limits Adventures. We'll put a link down there so you can check for yourself. But it was just great. We didn't book it with them directly, but if you can book it with them directly, do it. It was just such a great experience, wasn't it?
It was, really was.
All right.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Until next time.
What about you? Have you done this or any other excursion in the Island of Sal and Cape Verde? If you have, comment below, hit like, and subscribe to my channel so you can see many other adventures from all around the world.